sativa. Esa that indica, it's a sativa. Anytime that I smoke, this girl's been looking like white materials. Is it this or that? If I see it, I'll find how I feel inside. I would let you know I am super high. I can feel my eyes. This is love, this pain, but I can't see you. Oh, you're the fantastic, the fantastic, the fantastic, the fantastic, the fantastic.
Y que digan en la radio que yo te quiero de veras, que lo digan en los diarios y después de la novela, y en un letrero que diga que como tú no hay ninguna, que lo digan en la China, que lo digan en la luna, que sí, 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 que este amor es tan profundo, que tú eres mi consentida, que lo sepa todo el mundo, que sí, 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 que este amor es tan profundo, que tú eres mi consentida, que lo sepa todo el mundo.
begin by listening. If you simply close your eyes and allow yourself to hear all the sounds that are going on around you, just listen to the general hum, buzz of the world, as if you were listening to music. Don't try to identify the sounds you're hearing. Don't put names on them. Simply allow them to play with your eardrum. Don't judge the sounds. There are no, as it were, proper sounds or improper sounds. It's all just sound. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on. And soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together, 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 come together. I want you to listen to the sound of my voice just as if it were noise. Don't try to make any sense out of what I'm saying, because your brain will take care of that automatically. You don't have to try to understand anything. Just listen to the sound. As you hear sounds coming up in your head, you simply listen to them as part of the general noise going on, and soon you will find that the so-called outside world and the so-called inside world come together, come together, come together, come together, come together. They are a happening, and everything is simply a happening.
much about the things we've got. Push away the people that we love. Thoughts creeping up when we're alone. We all try to make it on our own. We only got one life, one last day to go. We only got one chance. What do we know?
Will be
marvelous.
Got your touch, you're on my mind. I got you tattooed. Laying here, thinking about you. I love, so good. Yeah, they can change you. Stuck at those dreams in my head about you. Got your touch, you're on my mind. I got you tattooed. I said, oh, until I went back, getting nothing but love with you.
all of us to relieve and release all pressures pressing down on our peace. It's time for all of us to take hold of our own souls. Then let them fly. Let them flow. Let them go. 'Cause the more we free, the less weight we carry. Did you hear?
Behind you guys.
It was fun.
Yeah, what's the debrief? What do you think?
At first I was like, it's always tough to read the crowd.
Yeah.
Just like to figure out what the vibe is, but like I had a set planned anyways. And then they were like 10:30 and I was like, I knew it. Like deep down inside, like I knew they were gonna tell me that.
Yeah, I feel like 10, like they probably were like, wait for the crowd.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, but like...
It did fill up from that, like 20 extra minutes, I feel like.
And no, 100%. And like, the best part is like when you finish and the crowd is just like,
yeah.
Just like,
I think you settled in though. The first
Yeah.
like 20 you were definitely more nervous.
I was just like, it had been a while since I played here, you know? And then like, yeah, no, it was just
yeah, I was like hair up, hair down, hair up, hair down. That's like me too. Like you get nervous and you're
I'm sweating, but like I want to put my hair down, but like my hair is in the way, like. And then, like, sometimes when you put your hair up, it's just, like, you feel clearer.
Yeah,
I don't know if there's no other way to put that, but, like...
No, I get it. I have long hair, too.
Oh. No, I'm super stoked to see what you got, though.
No, yeah, we got plenty of content.
Oh, I'm sure. No, yeah. I'm feeling very good about what you got for some reason.
No. I'm trying to think.
I got both of my USBs. I got my headphones. I got everything.
You're sticking around?
I think so.
Yeah.
Because, like, there's literally...
So did you get a place around here to stay, or you have...
Yeah.
Nice.
I usually, wherever I DJ, I get a place, like, close by. So,
yeah.
Because, like... Well, it's an early show, but I got the place before expecting that I was going to play super late. Which I'm not now. Which I'm super stoked about that.
So you did Club Glow last year, right? Or no?
I've been with Glow
for a long time.
Not too long.
What about
3 or 4 years.
The festival, though?
I played Glow last year.
Nice.
That was fun.
That was fun.
Yeah, but it was like the first set of the year, so... Or first set of the day.
Gotcha.
So it's like, but honestly, sometimes it's worth playing the local stage over playing like a main stage early.
Right.
And like the local stage is like people just hang out, man, and they vibe hard, you know?
Yeah, my fiance's in House of Jane. I don't know if you're familiar, but they're playing they're playing like I think the local stage. So,
Yeah. I've been seeing a lot of them lately.
Yeah, they're awesome.
Yeah.
I love the girls. They're so good. I support it for sure.
Who's your fiance?
Cobra Strike.
Okay.
Yeah, but I'm like close to all of them. Eric Page and
because I've seen like pictures and I've seen like them getting around Baltimore and up and coming, which is super cool because it's like when I started DJing in Baltimore and like Paco and Matt, we were the only people playing like that type of music,
house stuff,
like years before, and like there'd be nights where people would leave because they wanted to like listen to rap and shit like that, and we were just like, no, we want to play house. And then to see them start that was like, oh shit, you know, like it was
because I lived in Fells Point for a while, so there was like no house scene like
at all.
10 years ago that was for me. I'm probably older than you, but
and I was telling him too, I was like, I left Baltimore because I just wasn't playing the music that I wanted to play.
So you lived in Baltimore?
Yeah, I lived there for 3 years. I played Moonrise. I live...
I'm just curious.
No, you're good. Patterson Park, at the top of Patterson Park, 2 blocks up.
Yeah.
So it was not like the best location, but it was
I'm
all
super familiar.
Renovated. Yeah. So it was like kind of one of those streets where it's like one street is renovated and then the other streets are like ghetto as fuck. And then I lived in Towson for a few years.
So you went to college in Maryland, I assume? Or?
No, I didn't go to college.
Oh, you didn't?
No, it wasn't for me. I like would skip school and go surfing. I told my parents I did not want to go to college and they didn't listen. And like I had a full ride and like I failed out. Like I failed out a Spanish class and I speak fluent Spanish.
That's funny.
To put that into perspective, that's how much I hate it. But
I fuck with that. That's cool. Yeah, no, I'm close with Matt and Paco too, so there's not like a huge scene in Baltimore, so
not at all.
Like I'm always driving from Baltimore to DC, but it's cool.
To see what they've done is cool, but I have my own opinions or perspective towards, like I think what they're doing is super dope, and I think it's incredible to like start something like that is super unique, you know, and I think they're gonna go really far. But when it comes to the scene in general, I think it's just like a lot of ego at times, and that makes me like go away.
No, I get it.
You know,
I think what they have going is good, but you really need to make a name for yourself. I think that's like priority, and brand yourself. And I think Matt's doing a good job. Paco's like, he's really like in the offstage thing.
No, dude, they're full throttle. Good, like power to them. Like there's really nothing like that in Baltimore, and like to be the only collective to do that.
But it's like, how do you get out of Baltimore? It's like, I don't know. You need to like grow your socials like in a way that's like relatable for.
Unless if you take that collective to other cities.
Yeah, you'd have to like duplicate it. Like.
But that's like the tough part, because it's like once you start something in that city, it keeps you there, and I don't see myself staying there if I were honest.
Oh yeah, that was so fun.
Hi,